Hello and welcome to another episode of the Talkin Balls podcast. I'm your host, Neil Adams, and joined as always by my lovely co-hosts in Rob and Curtis. How are you, gents?
Good evening, all good. How are you?
Sweet to the beat, mate.
Rob, you didn't. I was waiting for that.
There we go. Marc says his
great,
condolences. His hair transplant didn't take as well as he thought it would, so he'll be back next week.
Is condolences the right word there? Nobody died?
I don't know. He's upset. He's sorry he can't be here, guys.
Yes, that's yes, because his hair transplant never worked. Anyway, we are joined this week by Reece from the UK Vikings fan club. UK and Ireland. Vikings
UK
fan
and
club.
Ireland.
Yeah, boy.
And Ireland.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really well. I'm excited. Training camp starts for us tomorrow, so there's a lot to look forward to as a Vikings fan right now.
Lovely, lovely. So how did the fan club come to be?
It all started with two guys, Tommy and John, who just met up one day and just started talking. And from that, Tommy printed out a load of business cards and spoke to every single Vikings fan he could see at the international series games. And 7, 8, maybe 9 years later now, here we are, officially recognised now by the Vikings. We appear on their watch bars screen. They always try and help us with our meetup. So it's come a long way since two guys talking in a pub.
No,
That's
I just
crazy,
realised, Neil, I missed an opportunity here. I could have worn my Testaverde t-shirt, top jersey. It is Vikings,
That's
isn't
Ravens, mate.
Damn it! Sorry, my bad. I couldn't remember. I just remember.
We have an NFL podcast, Reece, just so you know, and this man can't tell the difference between the Vikings and the Ravens.
I haven't looked at that jersey in a couple of months now, so it's fine.
That was so embarrassing. Stop speaking.
It's fine. I like the embarrassment stuff. It's what I excel at.
Oh, Curtis, have you any purple jerseys that you think are the Ravens?
No. Although, I mean,
the
like,
Vikings?
this is going to sound weird, but the Vikings shade of purple is actually a nicer shade of purple, and I know they're so similar, but it's a little bit brighter. I like it. That's about all I've got good to say about the Vikings. Like, nicer shade of purple.
Yeah. So what made you go with the Vikings?
The first game I ever watched was when Adrian Peterson went on a rampage against the Chargers. And I think it was the game where he broke the record. I think it was 297 yards in a single game. And ever since then, I was like, I want to watch this every week. And it took a bit of time to figure out how to watch it every week. But yeah, I'd say the last, feels like 10 years now, I haven't missed a game. So I like to think that I'm quite dedicated. And it's all Adrian Peterson's fault.
All Adrian Peterson's fault. And how long did he stay after you started supporting him?
So what was that? Sorry.
How long was he there for while you started supporting him?
It was his rookie year that he.
Oh wow! You started when he was a rookie. You got to see
2007. It was that's when he had his crazy game, and he stuck around for another. I think it was 2015, 2016 was his last season.
Wow.
Tell me this. I can't see much of your jersey there, Reece, but it looks like quite a unique one.
It's
what's going on there?
So it's a Harrison Smith jersey that I've got on, but we've got our fan club patch on this side here, which we sell quite a few of those out just to sort of raise funds, keep the club going and all the competitions we do. And then this one here is from the trip that we went out on last year, where 40 of us went out to watch the Vikings get humiliated by the Bears and Josh Dobbs on Monday Night Football.
Wow.
Leave it at that.
How many members are in the club?
There's a lot. It's hard to track. We're trying to sort of revamp our membership to get a better track on what's there. But I'd say there's a few hundred that are sort of regularly involved with all the different platforms that we're in. There's always someone messaging Instagram, X, or on Facebook. So it's a good number of people who are involved, and we want to sort of hone in on that and find out who's there. But there's thousands in the Facebook page because Americans love the Vikings in the UK, and they love how we follow them. They don't understand why we follow them.
Have you been over to Minnesota yet, have you?
Sorry, again, I didn't quite.
Have you been over to Minnesota?
Yeah, that was last year with Monday Night Football with the Bears versus the Vikings and Josh Dobbs firing 4 interceptions.
Have you been over any time before that? Or is that your first time?
That was my first time. So we called it the 0-4 Misery Tour because we went out, we saw the college team, we saw the Timberwolves, and we saw the Wild play, and all 4 teams lost.
Oh
wow.
That's
Is it as cold as they say?
That's Minnesota sports for you.
Is it as cold as they say over there?
It's horrendous. I didn't realize beer could freeze until it was actually crystallizing in my beard.
No way.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Amazing, though.
It was at the college game. It was minus 12 Celsius, but the wind chill took it down to I think it was minus 18. And I learned the harsh lesson of taking no Vaseline with me when I went abroad to Minnesota because my face was like sunburn. It was horrendous.
That's enough for me to stick with Tampa. Like if I ever get to go to a Tampa game, at least that's not going to be happening.
You see, that's why I picked the Jets because it's nice and cool. Usually when the Jets are playing.
And Neil, if we ever go to watch a game and it's minus 18, I will wear a hoodie that day. I promise. I'll do it.
And you won't wear shorts.
And a pair of shorts. A pair of shorts.
Pair of shorts already. Good man yourself, hey.
100%.
But let's talk more about these Vikings, Reece. Because you have a player there that I am fond of, which is Sam Darnold. And I just want to know, because you draft JJ McCarthy, who do you think is going to win the starting job between Sam Darnold and JJ?
It's Sam Darnold's to lose. There's a long list of things JJ McCarthy needs to do to be ready. He needs to understand the offense more than anything else, let alone be able to execute it. And it's probably one of the more complicated offenses in the NFL. So I'm all in on Sam Darnold at the start of the year. I'd like to see him start the full year because it means he's done his job and he's been a successful bridge quarterback.
Do you think Sam Darnold? Are you happy with Sam Darnold?
I like to think positively that it's the best situation he's ever had. You know, he's not got Adam Gase anymore. He's got Kevin O'Connell, which is a substantial step up. And I'd like to feel like he's never had a Justin Jefferson to throw to, a guy who it was mandatory minicamp. There was a video where Darnold threw the ball. It was around 1.5 yards behind Jefferson, and he still managed to pull it in. And I don't think he's ever had that before. So hopefully he's got the tools to be more of a success.
Well, hopefully he doesn't see any ghosts in Minnesota.
That was going to be my next question. Would I not worry you? Obviously, Justin Jefferson's, if not the best wide receiver in the league, the top 2 anyway. Would it not worry you if Sam Darnold isn't quite up to scratch, that it makes Justin Jefferson a little bit unsettled at the Minnesota? Or are you not worried about that at all?
Not worried at all. He's just inked a deal that makes him the best paid receiver in history, best paid non-quarterback in history, and he went through a spell of Josh Dobbs trying to get him killed in Vegas, and then Nick Mullins throwing for 400 yards a game with 4 interceptions. So I feel like he'll still get a lot of looks, and that's what keeps receivers happy is getting the ball thrown their way.
You're bound to be happy with your receiver core at the minute, like with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Obviously, is Jordan Addison still in jail, or is he got out yet?
He was released until he does something stupid again. Give it till next offseason.
140 miles an hour in a car, like I go up to 90 and I shit myself. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
we can't do that legally here. But I was
going to say probably not
scary.
best to admit that. Like
not if it was to go to 90, when you're allowed to go that fast in Germany.
Yeah, I'm aware of the Irish autobahns, so it's
it's called the M2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is you're bound to be happy with your receiver core, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm happy with our starters. If Addison gets suspended by the league, it looks a little bit hairy, shall we say. Powell did step up last year when Jefferson was out, or Addison at times, and did do better than a lot of people expected for someone who's been a punt returner for most of his time. But yeah, outside of those three, it's a lot of inexperience and hoping young guys can make the next step.
Did you draft any wide receivers?
No, which was amazing. Considering the depth of receivers in the draft, the fact we didn't take a single receiver. We've taken Deshaun Jones and made him the highest paid or the most guaranteed money to an undrafted free agent this year. So hopefully, maybe there's some hope for him. There's 825,000 guaranteed.
Damn.
You'll struggle on those wages. It's not enough.
I know, God love him. Jesus Christ. It's terrible. But you also got TJ Hawkinson, or is he still injured?
He was officially put on PUP yesterday, so it's going to be potentially Robert Tonyan that is the receiving tight end for the Vikings.
Do you know how I know that, Neil? Because I was going to draft him in our fantasy last night, and I seen he got put in PUP and was like, nope, stay away from that. Done with that. So yeah.
You have to stay away from them, so you do.
Yeah.
So
no,
you're happy with Sam Darnold. You're happy with JJ McCarthy backing him up. But was there ever a scenario where you thought, why the fluff didn't we keep Cousins or give him a contract?
There was for quite a long time, sort of as it was leading up, thinking you have to re-sign Kirk Cousins, even if it's only as a bridge. But then Atlanta went crazy and paid a lot more than I would have been willing to pay for a player coming off an Achilles injury at the age of, 35, 36?
35, like 34, 35, yeah. And what, he got 180 million, wasn't it?
180 million
over 4 years.
110 of that was guaranteed, which is a lot to throw out. And even though if you break the contract down, it's only really 2 years guaranteed. It's still a lot of money to throw a player's way and then draft a quarterback in the first. And then
draft a quarterback.
That's what I was just about to say. Do you not think maybe there's something wrong with the person upstairs whenever they pay all that money to Kirk Cousins to say, yes, you're the starter, you're going to be our quarterback, this is what we want, we've offered you a 4-year contract, and then first round, instead of getting him a weapon or maybe even an O-line man or something like it, you get him another quarterback to back him up.
Yeah, we're paying 180 million for Reece is saying, a gap QB.
Yeah, that was so ludicrous. Ludicrous paying him the money, and then ludicrous to draft the quarterback.
I mean, I was expecting to take Dallas Turner, so it's worked out quite nicely for us. But yeah, I couldn't believe that they took Penix, and I thought, I know the owner was the one that pushed for Cousins to come to Atlanta, but it's like you've got a civil war going on there between the owner and the GM. If you're then taking a quarterback with the 8th overall pick.
Yeah, I know. And you imagine being Kirk Cousins in that scenario, because he could have probably just stayed at the Vikings and got I think didn't he leave because he wasn't getting the assurances that he would be the main man?
Yeah, he wanted to be the guy going forward. Signed with Atlanta under those promises, and then got a phone call maybe 15 minutes before saying that Michael Penix was going to be drafted. So.
Did I read in an interview this week that Kirk Cousins too had said that he wanted to finish his career in Minnesota? He didn't want to go anywhere else. I think I read that this week. He was keen on staying in Minnesota.
I think a lot of players say that, I think, to try and keep the fans on side before they go and sign a massive deal elsewhere. I mean, we weren't prepared to pay 180 million, and the Falcons were, so we had to move on eventually and took it out of our hands.
Yeah, and I think he has family there as well in Atlanta. I think there was a thing there, and that's why he went. But we'll move on to another guy that I want to know what the fluff happened to as well, which is he's given Dalvin Cook broken. What happened to this guy? This guy was a top elite running back, goes to the Jets and gets about 12 snaps of the ball. So, in a season where Aaron Rodgers is injured and you need the running backs. So what happened there?
I won't apologise to you for Aaron Rodgers. I'll somewhat apologise to you for Dalvin Cook, because we sort of could see it. It was slowly trending in the direction of a few more fumbles and quite a lot of runs stuffed at the line of scrimmage. But he would occasionally break one and go, on one of those one-play 75-yard drives, straight for a house call. And that really did, I think, help Dalvin Cook's numbers. You looked at the famous Colts comeback, and he had an incredible screen receiving touchdown, but he really struggled to get into the game before that point. So I think he might have just lost a few of those explosive plays, or they were just getting snuffed out before he had a chance to make them, and that's really what hurt him.
Yeah, he was struggling with injuries, wasn't he, beforehand for the last couple of years?
Shoulder
I remember
injuries,
from all my fantasy days. But he came to the Jets, and I think Robert Saleh just says he was fat and lazy and slow.
I didn't see that, but I wish I did. That sounds funny.
That's pretty harsh, but
Yeah. I mean, I think we had a guy, was it Johnson, playing in front of him, and maybe someone else. I think it was an Adams, is it, in there as well? They were playing in front of Dalvin Cook because Dalvin Cook was that bad.
I lost count of the number of players the Jets went through last season. It was a pretty rough season for you with injuries. So
Tell me about it. But you're going to find out all about it in London, by.
That's right.
You're going to know all about our injuries in London. Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to it?
I'm going. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited because this time we're the home team, and it was a home last time the Vikings played in London. It felt like a home game, even though the Saints were the so-called home team. The Vikings following was massive, and that's what we had last time as well. We tailgated, filled up a street, had to leave the street an hour before we were meant to leave the street because health and safety was getting involved from the Viking side of things and saying it was becoming a bit unsafe. Because
did you fight with the UK and Ireland Jets fans?
We actually, did we fight?
Not fight, but like banter, give off.
No, we bantered. Yeah. There was a after the game, there was a aggressive game of touch football, which I think that just sort of spiraled out of nowhere. It started off as two-hand touch, and I think it did almost end in some full-blown tackling as the beer was flowing. I think we all got a bit carried away. But
you know what I mean?
It's always good fun. And yeah, we love the Jets fan club as well. They often cheer with us at the Hippodrome when we're out there getting involved in the London games.
What, the Hippodrome?
The Hippodrome Casino, yeah. There's the Jets fan club like to show up there and watch quite a lot of games together in the UK, and that's the Hippodrome Casino, and they always put something on. They have every single game going on in the sort of a basement bar down there with one of those places that can just show Game Pass, and it's always quite fun. And we often win and lose together, us and the Jets, when we're there. We're both winning or both losing, but we're always chanting for the Jets when they're scoring a touchdown because we like to get involved, and we've got a good relationship.
Of course you
there.
Do.
So you're not chatting too often then because they don't score that much. I like to get at them at least once a week, Reece, about the Jets. Sorry.
Wow. No, nobody scores against us. We have good defense. We've got great defense. Probably the number one defense.
I will. No comment.
You're
just such an optimist about the Jets, mate.
The Jets have the best defense, even in fantasy football. If fantasy football says it, then it's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because we all go by rejected points in fantasy football, don't we?
Well, you do.
Only when I don't know who the players are when we've got down to the 200th pick and I'm struggling.
Like your Ravens, like Testaverde and who he plays for.
Leave me alone.
Is that the same casino that we went to? Is it a Carlsberg casino? Because we were over for the Jets against the Falcons, and we went to the casino.
Leicester Square?
Maybe. It might be near. It's near Piccadilly, isn't it?
Yeah, Piccadilly line, Leicester Square. It's right on Leicester Square. Yeah, so that's probably the one you're thinking of. Big basement bar. Yeah.
You know what? It was like upstairs, I think.
Oh, probably. Yeah,
maybe.
They do put it on everywhere. If it gets overcrowded, they put the games on everywhere. So
it was like a Carlsberg bar. It was a proper Carlsberg bar. Carlsberg sports bar.
Open 24/7, is it? Or
it's not open 24 hours.
Yeah. Okay, there you are. Who'd thunk it?
Yeah, I think you're thinking the right place. So 24/7, get all the games shown. It's pretty good fun.
Yeah.
I recommend it to anyone who's there who wants to watch their game because they show all the games.
Yeah, and they do good chicken wings and all in there. Like, so you can't.
I was just about to say that they do proper chicken wings. You get the wing and the thigh. How the
they do too. They do the full wing. They don't cut them in half, Reece.
Yeah.
Reece is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because normally you just get the wee tiny wing, but you get the full boy.
Yep. So we're big guys. Bar Curtis. Curtis is a fit freak, but you know, me and Rob and Marc are the guys that like eating. You know, so we like to talk about the food. You know. So,
Curtis is our marathon runner.
Reece. Yeah, you know Curtis runs marathons and all.
A marathon.
You did another half one
too,
recently. Did you not?
It's not a marathon though.
That's close enough. You do 2 of them and it is a marathon.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
That's quite
preseason
surprising.
starts on the 10th of August. You're going up against the Raiders.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Yeah, and then your first game is on 8th of September against the Giants. The Giants are also not very happy with their quarterbacks either. Like, there's another team that paid $50 million to Daniel Jones and then wanted to trade up to get Drake May with the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah.
So GM's doing crazy things. What can you do with them? Like,
I feel even more confident facing the Giants now that Darren Waller's retired. I feel like they've just lost their recognised weapon. They've taken, was it Neighbours in the draft?
I'm Malik Neighbours. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a great wide receiver. He'd be good.
He's a
for
great
them.
wide
He
receiver.
just needs a quarterback.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is too busy getting sacked. So.
Yeah, because their O-line is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
They now have Devin Singletary instead of Shaquan Barkley. So that'll be a big change for them. And now they have your man Bellinger, who's actually a good tight end. So I just want to know, how do you think you're going to go up against these Giants and just the season in general, Reece?
I'd feel confident with our defensive side of the ball. The fact that we kept Brian Flores, I think, is a massive, massive win. I was convinced that someone was going to come and take him, but obviously the NFL's still got that legal battle going with him, probably, which is stopping him being a head coach. And I think that if you can confuse Daniel Jones with a good defense, considering they beat us in the playoff with an Ed Donatel defense which didn't want to attack anyone, blitz anyone. If you can start throwing people at him, you can probably generate something. And I feel like it could be a low scoring game, but I feel like it's one the Vikings can win with turnovers.
I feel if it's going to be a low scoring game for the Vikings, then you're in trouble the rest of the season then.
It's week one's weird, isn't it? I mean, we lost to Tampa last year and then
I know Tampa are terrible.
Tampa were good last year. Sorry, no. Baker Mayfield was good, sorry.
Oh God, Baker Mayfield.
That's the ceiling for Sam Darnold this year, is Baker Mayfield's year from last year.
Yeah, if you're better than that, then you're going to stay here forever.
If Baker could have went the whole way.
He could have if he was better, yeah.
Could have, but he didn't.
He just did a Baker, didn't he? So
he just did a
he
Baker.
Did not as much of a Baker as he has done in previous seasons. To be fair,
he got excited.
At least he did. At least he didn't do a Dak,
Well,
did he
watch Dak though again?
Did he headbutt anybody this year or last year?
No.
With his helmet off.
Do you know what's funny? I was watching. Have you seen that? Just when you're mentioning Dak, there, have you seen the thing on Netflix at the minute about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders? There's a documentary on there about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how, obviously, if the Cowboys go deep into postseason, they get to cheer more games, and you're sort of sitting thinking they are relying on Dak Prescott in the playoffs to hopefully cheer more games. If only they knew, if only they.
Yeah.
And of course, it happened at the Green Bay game. So.
Damn. We're going to play a wee game with you, Reece. I brought it back.
Is it back?
No, it's
Oh,
back.
it's back.
So this is a game, and it's called Guess the Irish American Football Team by their logo game.
No, you didn't.
What?
Fuck, that's awful. Anyway, go ahead.
What do you mean? I don't
thought
think
you
you
would
have it.
Oh,
I
really?
do have it. I do have it. On my phone.
No.
What do you
I
mean?
thought
What's
you would
wrong?
have
You
at
think I
least
thought I would have changed it?
put that much effort into it? You know, I thought you would have shortened the name a little bit, made it a bit more exciting, possibly.
No, I think it's the name that sells it.
Fair enough. Well,
You know, the Irish.
There's already
American
there is a
football-
board game called the logo game, so I can't call it that.
Yeah, we didn't want to get copyrighted.
yeah. I'm sure they're worried about the guess the American or Irish American football team logo game.
They
Some
would be,
high-flying
Robert.
lawyer sitting somewhere right now going, here, lads.
Yeah. They were going to bring that out as their Christmas special. You ruined it on them, Nick.
Wow. So that's us. So this is the first one. And I think we're going to... Should we start taking
Score.
scores and see who does the bestest and maybe do a table and all at the end of it? We'll give you maybe
if you
a
want.
prize. So
That's
A Talkin Balls t-shirt.
UK Vikings, right? Let's go. See how many you get.
this is tough. I mean,
the
this is
first
as generic as it could possibly be.
If you were to turn it upside down, what does it look like?
There's a couple of different options there. Right?
there's some questionable
Curtis!
options there.
Don't be rude.
I'm trying. No, I'm gonna say knights.
It's not.
No,
It's,
it's not. It looks like a
you
sword.
think it's the
potentially.
Knights with a T?
No, it could be.
Hey, you're onto
I'm gonna say
something
like
there.
A sword sort of thing.
Yes.
In the
It
shape
is a
of which
sword.
letter?
in the shape of a T.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're limited there with warriors that have a sword.
Warriors with a sword.
See, the issue is, if you're going to make it a competition, Neil, there's only so many clues you can give, and there must be a timer.
Oh wait,
I
maybe I
can't
should
think-
just like.
I'm sorry. I can't think of a warrior with a sword now. I'm completely blanked on it.
Can I
Right,
give a
well.
clue?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So think of a load of men inside a big wooden horse.
Oh, Trojans.
Yes, it's the Trojans.
So we're limited it to spelling it out.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
to be
I-
clear.
let me get one on the board.
I
right?
100%
Let me
thought
get
you were
one
going to
on
go
the
for condoms there, like.
Oh, Jesus.
This should
There
be
we are.
easy.
Well, what you said, Tony. Oh, Vikings.
Nailed it.
Yes. Next one.
That's quite cool. Oh, now that's probably Knights.
Yes. Look, see how easy this is, man. You're
We're
3
quite-
for 3, like.
Well, you
We're
don't
quite
give me just
literal.
a T that I'm just thinking, does that look like a sword? Oh,
We'll make this a wee bit harder.
Renegades?
No. Can I accept another answer?
You can give
Well, yeah,
give your
through
clue
yes.
that you always give.
All right, so I always give a clue, and then every time I give the clue, nobody ever watched the thing that I'm giving the clue for. So,
Hmm.
and then right, so what is it? It is if you're in Star Wars, and you're Darth Vader, who are you fighting against?
Rebels.
You're damn
We
right.
got a Star
good
Wars
God.
fan.
He watches
We got a
Star,
Star Wars
Wars.
fan.
That's why I like to see. You know how many people go, I don't watch Star Wars, man. We had Josh Prey on, and he was like, man, why do you want to get laid? You were getting Star Wars.
Yeah. He called
I
us
made
a
the
nerd.
mistake.
Josh Prey.
Repeat
I
it.
made the mistake. I think during mine, I made the mistake of
Alright,
saying
I'll
that
go
Jar
past
Jar
that one.
Binks was mine. Do you
Oh, was
remember?
that Mavericks by any chance?
No. We'll get
Sorry,
that one,
Curtis.
too. Damn it.
What did you say there, Curtis?
Oh, that's we're past it. Don't worry. Let's move
Okay,
on.
go.
Oh, sorry.
Gold stars.
Right. See, I can't give him another go with this one because this
Take
one
take
should
the
be super
orange out of
easy.
it.
What? Also stars.
If
No,
you
we
take,
can't
if you
give
take,
him
one more
if you
guess.
take the orange out of it, it's a skull and
no,
logo.
we can't give him that now. No, that's 3.
I'll pass on it then. If I'm
You want
Cowboys.
to?
Yeah.
How'd you not get the Cowboys? It's literally
No,
they stole their
because
logo.
the last thing I associate with violence is Cowboys.
He has got a point there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well, maybe.
Eagles.
Yes. Wow, you're really good at this.
There's a lot of questionable copyright here.
Oh, 100%.
Giants.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Wow, that was a good shout. Yeah.
Just makes me think
What
of
made
the
you
Ice Giants
think
from
that?
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. Very good.
Fair.
Panthers.
Yes. Jesus Christ, you pretty much got them all right, bar the Mavericks one.
There is a lot of very questionable copyright in these, isn't
There is all right, except for this
Yeah.
one. This was original. Well, it was
Yeah.
original.
Jets.
What the? How did you get that?
I saw the J. I thought you've stolen a lot of names here. That's the only one that's got a J that haven't. Doesn't look like a Jaguar, does it? So it's.
Well, you got 9 out of 10.
And this because I've Cowboys. I'm guessing was the wrong. Was the
No,
wrong
you
one.
get 8 out of 10 because you were in the Mavericks, or you just give him that point?
I'm giving them that one. You know, you have to.
That's one of the hardest ones, and you
It's a
made
bit
a
know.
mistake.
harsh. It would be a bit harsh to
know.
lose one because you put the answer on screen before.
Yeah,
I was,
I know. So I can't blame the guest, Robert.
All right, I'm just saying it's one of the hardest ones. It's where a lot of people are going to drop down during the season. So. I'm a stickler for
So-
the rules, mate.
I know you are, but sure. That's our first one. 9 out of 10. Fair play. I don't think anyone's going to beat that unless they're from Ireland and play the sport.
Yeah.
So you might win. You might win a nice wee Talkin Balls hat or jersey.
Oh.
You know.
Very nice.
So there we go. I'm sure you're very, very excited about this and can't wait.
I am. This is probably the only thing that, as a Viking fan, I'm going to win all year. So I'll take it.
Welcome to my life, Reece. Welcome to my life. I've been a Jets
You're gonna-
fan for years.
You're going to beat the Giants week 1, I believe.
Just
Yeah,
the New
if
York
you don't
double
beat
would
the
be nice.
Giants.
A New York double
Yeah.
would be nice if we can have that. You know, win week 1, set everyone off in positive, and see the Vikings win in London. For me, being there, it'd be nice to see him win after watching him lose.
I'm sorry, but you're not going to see the Vikings win in London. And that's really, really bad that they're going to put you up against the Jets. Why did they not put you up against the Jags or somewhere? Some terrible team. You know what I
I
mean?
just feel sorry for
Instead
everyone
of
who's
us.
already bought. I feel sorry for everyone who's bought a ticket to see Aaron Rodgers play.
I don't know.
I know.
See if he
He'll
doesn't
be
make it.
gone
I'm
after
going
he
to be
plays this
very,
year.
very disappointed. Hey, I'm very, very disappointed. Please.
I did like that the first game the Jets have this season is against the same defensive tackle that took him down where he tore his Achilles.
Oh yeah, they're good like that. The NFL, they're good like that. Who was it that took him out the last time? Let's take him out again. That fluffer. So, I want to get your wee super early Super Bowl predictions, Reece.
As in the teams involved.
Give me your
Or-
top 5 teams. That if you could give me a top 5, of who do you think? Give like a power rankings sort of thing.
I'd say Bengals.
At
Jeez.
number 1.
Number 1. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like the Bengals have retained a lot of their good pieces. You know, they moved on for a running back, but running back seems to be the position that just gets rotated a lot more this sort of time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll stick with Bengals number 1,
Ooh.
Texans number 2. I feel like they've made a lot of good acquisitions, and
This
I
is
like
very,
Caesar
very hot takes going on here, Reece.
from the NFC, I hate to say it, probably Lions. I reckon they seem to be doing all the right stuff, so they're probably my number
Yeah.
3. Chiefs number 4 because they're always there and it's frustrating and they have to be there to keep Taylor Swift happy.
100%. Like, you know what I mean?
And the NFL makes sure of it every year with their scripts. Anyway, sorry.
100%.
Just make sure she can go to all the games with the new schedule and you'll be fine.
Just make sure that Travis Kelce gets a lot of catches because I have him in my fantasy.
Have we checked colours of this year's Super Bowl? Do you know? But you remember they always say about the colour scheme is the teams that are playing.
It's green and red, so that's why it's going to be Jets and Chiefs.
Green and red. All right, so with that, I'll go with Eagles as my 15. So no 49ers, which might surprise some people, but I can't see 4 teams from the AFC. You're not that strong.
There's green. We are with
Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, if the Eagles don't have a meltdown like they had last year, like they're definitely in there, aren't they?
I mean, they've improved their running game by bringing in Barkley. Anything to stop Jalen Hurts throwing the ball as much is good in my eyes. So
I drafted that QB. Damn it.
Is the two push still legal?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still legal. It's just hilarious watching other teams like the Vikings try and execute it, and we decided that the guy to push the quarterback would be our punt returner for some reason, not our fullback, our punt returner. Twice in a row. 3rd and 1,
Jesus.
unsuccessful. 4th and 1, unsuccessful, and that's how we lost to the Bengals last season. So
It's all good fun then.
it's always, you never know what you're going to get with the Vikings. That was a crazy game. We watched that.
They're like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, we watched that game in a bar in London. The Vikings sent over Sidney Rice to watch it with us, and we watched Nick Mullins throw 2 terrible interceptions, including one where he was falling over and just sort of threw the ball into the lap of the defender that was sacking him. So you're always entertained with the Vikings, whatever's happening, whoever's at quarterback. So this Darnold year could be wild.
I'm looking forward to watching the Vikings this year because of Sam Darnold, because I actually have a plaque in my bar, basically of Sam Darnold, saying he was going to be the Messiah for the Jets. Whenever we picked him, we had like a suck for Darnold or tank for Darnold season, where we were trying to get him drafted, and I bought this wee nice plaque, and I was like, this guy's going to save the Jets. Look at this guy. You know what I mean? Go down and pray to him every day and go, Mr. Sam, please get me a Super Bowl. And then now he's at the Vikings, so good luck with that.
Thanks.
Yes. Very, very good luck with that.
Yeah.
Would you hate it if he did well, or would you?
I want him to do well, because I've been saying that Purdy's in a situation where the team allows him to win. So like, the quarterback doesn't need to be overly great, which is why I says if Sam Darnold was in that team, he would be getting the same praise as what Brock Purdy would be getting, because he would be able to do the exact same thing of what Brock Purdy's at, if not better. But obviously, good. Yeah. So I hope he does well. I do hope he does well. I really, really do. I really, really like a guy, and I wish he had stayed at the Jets. But obviously, if you're seeing ghosts and the Jets aren't going to try and protect you, then it's not good.
So you think that Sam Darnold doing well at the Vikings is equivalent to Sam Darnold doing well at the 49ers?
No, did I say that?
It's basically what you said. You said Sam Darnold to do as good in this 49ers setup as Brock Purdy does.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's at the 49ers.
He did play well in his one and a half games he got for the 49ers. He didn't win, but he did play the best.
I'm not saying that him playing for the 49ers makes him good for the Vikings. Is that what you're getting at?
No, I'm just saying the way you said that was as if Sam Darnold does good at the Vikings, it basically proves that Brock Purdy's only good at the 49ers because of the setup around him.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Right, okay.
Yeah. And I said that is Brock Purdy is only good because of the setup around him. Exactly.
And the fact that you hate Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I don't hate the man. I just like Sam Darnold that much. I wish he had got the chance to start in front of him. Do you know what I mean?
Just look at it this way. Sam Darnold was good enough to beat the guy that the 49ers traded multiple first-round picks to select.
Trey Vance. What was you know what I mean? Like, what was the point of that guy? Flip me. Is he still at the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, back up to Dak.
God and Bennett. That's mental. But anyway, before we say goodbye to you, Reece, you were saying you had a wee charity. If you want to just tell our wee listeners all about that charity, then that would be awesome.
Yeah, so of course you mentioned someone runs half marathons, and you put enough of those together, you get a full marathon. Our fan club charities lead, Robert, is going to, over the course of the week prior to the Vikings Jets game, he's going to be setting off from the Jorvik Viking Centre in Leeds and travelling down on foot to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, arriving on game day. He's doing this all in aid of raising money for Young Lives versus Cancer. So we've called it Skull to the Stadium, and so there's a Just Giving page for Skull to the Stadium, where you can, if you want to get involved, you can donate to Robert's cause. And the crazy task that he's putting himself through to walk, in a week from Leeds to London down the old Viking road.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing it, but I know he's capable of it, and I know he's one of the most determined people you've ever seen, and he does so many great things for charity. So to see him doing this and raising money for such a great cause, I always would encourage anyone who can spare a little bit to donate to Rob and what he's doing. We're currently over £700 raised so far, so we want to try and push that over 1,000.
How many miles is that roughly? Like
191.
Wow.
God damn.
Fair play.
Is that like down to Cork?
So walking from Belfast to Dublin and back then is probably what that's equivalent to.
God damn.
Which is
that's a long walk.
That's a long walk. Yeah, fair play.
Has he Google
what's
mapped
the?
To see how long it's going to be.
Yeah, he's worked it out. He does work out around about a marathon a day.
Wow.
26 miles a day.
So the Just Giving is Skull to the Stadium, SKOL, yeah?
Yeah, Skull to the Stadium, yeah. SKOL, 2 is in, TO, the stadium. So yeah, that's us there. You can find a link to it on our Instagram. The link in our bio has the Skull to the Stadium logo in that, and that will take you straight to the Just Giving page.
That's amazing. Fair play. So do you have any events coming up as well with the UK and Ireland Vikings Club? Any events in Ireland?
So our push is to try and get one late in the year in Ireland. If the season's going the way it is to try and get our first Irish event. We want to get our first Scottish event going in years. We're aiming to get that in the first half of the season. But so far confirmed, we've got 2 week one meetups, one in London and one in Leeds. So fans in the north and south of England can get a chance to watch the Vikings play with Vikings fans. And am I okay to do a little plug with the?
You plug away, big dog.
Sure.
Yep. So on Facebook, UK and Ireland Minnesota Vikings Fan Club. On X and Instagram, it's at UK Vikings Fans, and that's where you can find everything that we're doing. We're putting some proper announcements out there of what's coming up. We've been working quite hard to get sort of an event sorted for the London game and the tailgate before the game, trying to sort of repeat what we were doing last year with a few extra things thrown in. But we're just trying to cross a few T's and dot a few I's, and hopefully get that wrapped up before the end of the week.
Brilliant. Well, I look forward to it. Well, we might be over as well. We might see you there at your tailgate. Well, we'll probably be in the other tailgate, the Jets one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm sure they have one. I'm sure they have something planned.
Isn't it? It's Seb. Seb does the UK and Ireland Jets. Well, I got on to him. You might be to do something together and make it massive.
We need them to respond to their DMs a little bit better, and it might actually be us. I don't know who's responsible, but we're trying to arrange a flag football game between the two clubs in the weekend, over the weekend, and see if hopefully it doesn't get too competitive. It'd be nice that we can all make it to the game, but yeah, we'd like to try and get a flag football game going with the
weekend
Jets
before.
In the weekend before the game. So some point probably on the Saturday, I think is probably what we want to try, Friday or Saturday. We need to make it happen. It'd be so much fun.
That would be amazing.
We did say to someone, how much would it be for someone to host this? And they said 15,000. I'm like, no, we'll do this at a park, thank you. So we're just trying to sort that.
Host it?
Yeah, well, like, just like find somewhere that would, facilitate it, have all the gear and all that sort of thing. And they were like, yeah, this is the cost you're looking at. I was like, okay, we'll just probably find a local rugby pitch in London and maybe
get a local American football team and they'll sort you out.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, there you go. That's a great shout. We didn't think of that. So yeah, that's probably what we need to do.
So there's you've got the London Blitz and all over there, isn't it?
Yeah, you got London Blitz. Is I think that's the main one. The Blitz.
There's loads. There's the Manchester Titans and don't ask me all American football teams in England because there's loads and there's different divisions and everything. So
yeah, it's nice.
I'd get on to them. And then Rob would love to play. He plays flag over here.
I'm class and flag. Just saying that.
I
do that every time.
We call him Rob Don't Drop.
Yeah, that, and the most athletic fat man you'll ever see in your life. It's fine though.
Yeah. So we know the rules. We run an American football team over here in Ireland. So if there's anything we can do to help, give us a shout.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, probably end up taking you up on that as we try and get things organised for a good weekend. Hopefully the weather will be like it was last time the Vikings played in London, because it was sunny all weekend. And
we got sun and I don't know how long.
It's pretty bleak. It's meant to be the school holidays now. I feel sorry for all the kids. It was nice the week before they went on holiday, and now it's chucking it down with rain every day. So it's
tell me about it. You should be over here. But Reece, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully the Vikings do well this year, but they're not going to
believe in Sam Darnold.
The Jets going to win the Super Bowl this year, and we all know that. But hopefully the Vikings do just as good. Well, not just as good, but you know what I mean.
I admire your optimism. I really enjoy being on it, so thank you very much for having me.
Be optimistic as a Jets fan, because then you would just not even like American football.
Well, here's a quick one, Nuge. Remember you said that if the Jets bomb this season, it's going to be your last season supporting them.
Yep.
If Sam Darnold does well, you're going to be a Vikings fan.
Maybe. Get myself a Sam Darnold jersey. Never know. Although it is cold in Minnesota, I don't want to go over to a game in Minnesota. Don't like cold, don't like heat. That's why New York is just right. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Reece. Good luck with your season and all the stuff you're putting on, buddy. These later, we'll see you for another episode of Talkin Balls next week. Bye.
Yep. Bye.